What's going on, everybody? Back with the back nine second round of the Oklahoma Open. I'm Luke Humphreys here with Matt Bell.
How we doing, guys?
GK did an awesome job shooting this one. Presented by Millennium, Infinite, Next Generation, and Birdie Fuel, which we are on right now.
Yeah, it looks like we got quite a battle at the top between Bo Tillman, one of the staples here in the Midwest.
Yeah, Clayton Lawson, up-and-comer in Oklahoma, a young Kansan and Logan Harpool, and then a young Missouri guy,
Yeah.
Bradley Brown. Tons of skill.
Yeah, showing us that he's got what it takes to be battling with these guys out here. And with that, we're heading into the 10th. These guys are locked in a battle for first.
Yeah, and this is a good one to get here. 500 feet with stuff in your way. It's not just an open 500-footer, so you can play an understable hyzer flip out to the left, turning back, or we see some rollers here sometimes, don't we, Matt?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, for most of these holes out here, you got the winds to deal with out here at Red Hawk. They're always changing, so you gotta kind of make a game time decision sometimes based on the wind. You'll see him opting just to bail it out left after getting some distance.
Yeah.
Just for an easy approach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the most common play on this hole.
Mm-hmm. Here we got Bradley looking to rip one. He birdied the 500-footer on the front nine, so I'm sure he's looking to do the same here. Ripping on a DD3, it looks like, and it's just got to miss that tree. Doesn't. That probably had the distance, I think.
I would think so. I was going to get up there at least to that last oak tree inside 100. No problem.
Bo not getting as much turn maybe as he'd like, but he's not going to be too mad about being out there taking a three.
No. In my experience, the only score changes you'll see on this hole is people that don't get up and down for their three.
Mm-hmm.
Although most top pros could too this one, potentially.
That looked like a Raider out of Logan trying to take the hyzer out. Got a little caught up.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's on the back of most people's minds when they step up to this hole, so it is not bad at all to bail out left and take an easy three.
Yeah. That's not a bad shot from Logan. After being a little pinched off, he'll have 40 feet for his par. Bradley, probably a little bit of grip lock going on there, I think.
Yeah, it was like a little half patent pending, so he wasn't completely comfortable there with his stance, it looked like.
It looked tricky. Clayton giving it a run, going over the top, maybe even sneaking right outside the circle.
Yeah, he's probably hoping he laid that down a little closer.
Look at Bo throwing another forehand. He doesn't throw them often, but so far in this round, he's thrown them great. Nice bid, just short off the cage for Bradley Brown. This to save three for Logan, it'd be huge. Wow, barely missed, but somehow he knew it right out of the hand.
Yep, clearly his putter's dialed. It was only centimeters too high.
This hole's showing its teeth. It's one of those that you'd like to get, but you need to get your three if you're not going to get it. Bo walking away with the only par.
All right, and then here we have a little taste of the woods that Blackhawk is laid out in. This is on the edge of 16's fairway, I want to say, on Blackhawk. So you get a little taste of the woods here.
Yeah, definitely a line you got to hit. It looks like the drone went down the left side. I think most righty backhand players are going to prefer to go straight with a mid-range, maybe a fairway driver, and then just let it die at the end. Now it just looked like it was a little left out of the hand from Bo.
Yep, didn't quite hit that backdoor line there. You will see some people going straight at it. Looks like he's lining up straight at it. Hitting that backdoor line.
Oh, yeah. Nice shot. I'd say that's probably the preferred route there. Just to throw something straight and let it die. It's no gimme, though. One of the trickier shots on the course, I think.
Yeah, it's just it's a higher percentage line for staying out of trouble.
Yeah, Bradley just leaking a little bit early.
Yeah.
You can get through, but he doesn't, and he'll be left with a 150-foot upshot. Looks like Logan going back to that harp. And you can tell why. Great shot.
Wow, that was impressive.
Bo showing off that putter Annie game he's got so well. No harm done from Bradley. Take his par. Yeah. Clayton to move into the lead at 13 under. Picking up one on Bradley and Bo. Yeah, it's a nice 2 from Logan. As these guys finish out, we're about to get into some of the teeth of Red Hawk or some of the bigger holes. Just got this shorter one to play real quick. It's a forehand hole if you got the forehand. 289. I think we'll see most upper level players in this tournament taking a birdie on this one. It's definitely one you want to get.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to see Bo throw a little turnover at this one with a putter, probably maybe mid-range he's been throwing. You can also spike in a hyzer, but you got to go a little backdoor. And it is difficult to put it right on the pin.
Wow, I haven't seen this route before.
Usually you're putting. To get it that close, you see he had to bring it through the branches a little bit.
Yeah, local guy knows what he's doing.
Yep. The most casual leader I've ever seen of a tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Logan sawing it off a little bit. He'll want that one back, but
Clayton looking to just saunter off with the lead here on the back nine.
Bo going hyzer too. I didn't see anybody take this route, but the locals know what's up.
That's what I'm talking about right there, though. Usually for the highest percentage shot to ensure the putt, you do want to bring it a little past the basket. If you try and bring it on the pin, it's usually going to catch a branch or the trunk of that tree.
And this looks good. FD3 forehand play from Bradley. Based. Decent bit out of Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of chains on the right side. Felt like that one could stay.
Yeah, looks like it just caught that right slot right there. Never got inside the chains.
Clayton picking up another one.
So looks like we're going to have Bradley carding a par here to stay within one of Clayton, not let him run away with it too much.
as we go to one of my favorite holes at Red Hawk.
Yeah, aptly named the 13th. You'll see the biggest numbers of the tournament on this hole, I would imagine, for being how open it is.
Couple different routes, Matt. You want to tell the people?
Yeah, man, I've seen everything on this hole as far as people risking their shots over the road, which plays OB. People could throw rollers, sidearms, big turnovers, or you got the safe play, which is sweeping it all the way to the right of that tree that the graphic's showing you, or you could punch a low one kind of under the branches just to give you a little better position.
Most likely, though, if you're playing the hyzer route around the tree, you've decided that you're not playing for a 3.
Unless you throw it low like that, inside under the branches. That's what I like to do, and it'll leave you about 400 to 450.
He also seems to be lining up a hyzer route.
And it says 500 feet, but that's if you draw a line right to the basket the way the crow flies. If you're taking it right side of this oak tree, it just automatically makes this whole play about 950 feet probably.
Yeah. Playing almost directly away from the basket to begin with. All these guys, it looks like they like the position they're in, and they're just not going to risk going over the road in these windy conditions and having something crazy happen.
Yeah, I mean, even if you threw the dream roller shot down the road and got it back in bounds, it still feels like the hole's 800 feet long.
Yeah, shout out to Greg Barsby, not caring about the OB, just laying down a bomb roller and then throwing a boss to 25 and banging it for his eagle.
Yeah, that's the down and out play, I'd say.
Yeah.
Got himself back in the tournament with that one.
Yeah. Catching a little something off of the hand is Bradley, but getting great distance out of it.
Bo showing why he's an established pro right there with that one. That was good control. You'll see. Whoa. All right. I apologize. I was wrong with that one. It looked like he was a little out of position. Didn't quite get the distance he needed off the tee for either of those guys to get there.
4's not a bad score, though. I mean, it's a birdie. It feels like a little less than a birdie, but still good.
Oh, yeah.
Full flex for Clayton and the skip. I think he's going to be the closest.
Yeah, and you can see right there why this hole plays like 1,000 feet sometimes.
Got a puppy on the course.
Puppy on the loose. Good thing those guys came up short.
The puppies love the GK guys. I'm sure he just ran out there, just a fan. Bradley throws some grass. You can see a left to right headwind happening. And he's still got a few hundred feet.
And these guys are not out of the danger zone. If you miss inside on this shot, there's a good chance it's going to take a little hop out of bounds across that fence. So you'll see most of them play it a little wide right and probably have to make a putt.
That OB may be coming into the back of Bradley's mind as he threw that one.
Yeah.
Bo throwing the spike. Perfectly done. You know he's done that before. Harp for Logan. Also a great looking shot. Securing their 4s. And just a little chip for Clayton. He'll also be taking a 4.
So looks like Bradley for the birdie from about 45.
To keep pace, 45. And he'll drop a shot to the card. There we go. Clayton securing his lead.
That's going to be a 2-stroke lead over this card. I think everyone's going to move to 13 as we head to one of the best par 4s, I think, out here on this complex between Red Hawk and Black Hawk. It's a very demanding tee shot to get into the great position for the 3.
Without a doubt, with the creek on your right.
Yeah, there is opportunity to take big numbers on this hole every time you step up to throw a disc. So. Pro shot. All right, here we go. We're going to get a nice view of this one. So there's that big oak tree right there in the middle of the fairway. And I don't think I've ever landed to the right of it. Right about where the drone is now is where I'd like to land on this hole. Usually I end up somewhere else though and got to scramble.
And once you've thrown the drive, you're still left with a challenging approach shot.
Oh yeah, they're calling it a 5. All right.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
It's definitely a great 3. It's no cheese.
Yeah, I don't mind calling it a 5. 3 definitely feels like an eagle here. You're going places if you get a 3 on this one.
Clayton, a little bit right, but his 4 should still be quite intact. I think 3 is out of play now for him.
Yeah, thankfully he got pushed left because this is flying towards the creek.
Logan, just let it leak a little bit.
That looks like it's going to be in the creek.
Get off that. Oh, man. If he had gotten past that, it would have put him in a great position to approach the green from. Let's see what young Bradley does. We all know he's got plenty of power.
This is certainly his chance to make a move here on this one. And he does just that. It looks like this thing's panning out. Beautiful. A little pinched on that tree, but he should definitely have a chance for the 3 here and pick up at least 1 on Clayton, depending on what he does here.
Clayton Big Annie. Great play from back there.
Catches a tree. He should have manageable 250 from there for an up and down.
Ideally, you'd want to play this one long to give yourself a putt, but he's put himself in okay position. There's just no way to access the green from where Logan was.
No. And you can see Bo's throwing 2 from right here. Well, is it Clayton that's going to be throwing for 4?
Logan. Yeah.
Oh, Logan. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And this is a spot to access the green from. You can see the pin straight through that gap, probably 450 feet in front of him.
Yeah, he just needs a nice little... Well, he opted to not throw it along the creek there.
Caught a little bit of shrubbage.
He wanted to play it safe, and it might have cost him 1, but it's not going to cost him more than that.
No.
Commit to it.
And unfortunately, that's going to be his 4th shot without a bounce. So he's got a putt for 5 from there.
Clayton's been dialed with these up shots.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing that red disc well. Yeah, a little short from Bo, but he'll be in birdie range for sure.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no one really pinning it. Still have some putts coming up. Good bid. I believe Logan putts with the Wardens It's a great beadless putter from Dynamic Disc. Wow.
Clayton
Making it
not
look
giving
easy.
up anything.
Bo to keep pace. Looked like it was all the way in.
Yeah, it got pulled back out.
Nubbed. Yep, Bradley carding the birdie. So we'll have 2 birdies, a par, and a bogey from Logan on this one. Like we said, it's a great hole. Teeth everywhere, but scoreable chances as well.
Yeah, and you can see Bo just got caught between the chains and the basket and never let it drop. Got pulled out, so he's going to stay a couple back going into the 15th here.
One of the harder birdies on the course. It's definitely a bonus, I'd say.
Absolutely. At 495, it plays a little bit longer considering the ceiling you got to fly it through. You got to keep it a little lower than you typically like for a shot like this.
You won't see many people throwing rollers because of how much that creek comes into play on the right and long.
You can see him keeping it low there and getting about all he can out of that height.
Yeah. Probably pin high, just a little left of
Yeah, he'll have an opportunity to chip it in if he wants to.
Yeah, playing with the lead. We might just see him lay up.
Yeah.
Looks relaxed back there. I mean, you see him. He's pure business.
He's where he wants to be at this point.
And Bradley with all the power. Just a little too much angle. Bo trying to decide which destroyer he wants to crush here.
Oh, yeah. He knows this is an opportunity for him. And
Look great. I think it just caught a bad wind bounce.
yeah, never got the fade out left. It was going to be close.
And Logan ripping on a Ballista Pro, just leaking out a bit early. Going back to that Harpwell, leaving himself just outside the circle. Looked good, but it's ended up a little bit long. He'll have 38 feet coming back for his par. No harm done from Bo. And our leader hitting the pole on his approach shot.
Well, looks like we are going to see some score changes on this one, unfortunately. Couple of bogeys coming from the guys here.
Clayton keeping his lead over Bo, but growing over the other two.
All right, hole 16 at just under 300 feet. This is a tricky one. It's not a gimme. There's that window on the right over the creek, which just seems to get tighter every year. And then there is a bailout sidearm to the left where you gotta get it to do a couple skips to get close, but most of these guys are backhanding a lot of these holes. They're all pretty comfortable with hitting these gaps.
Great looking shot from Clayton. Just short of circle. Bo throwing the rock 3 out there.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't see him miss with first round. Looks like
Yeah,
paid off going back to it.
he's hit his line again. We got Bradley lining up the forehand route. I'm going to show us that side of things. Good looking shot if he gets the ground play. Which it doesn't really look like he has.
Yeah, he needed one more skip out of that. Looked like he got caught up by something.
Oh man, Logan just throwing it a little high. I believe this is his sinus.
From an awkward stance.
Little work to do yet.
Yeah.
Soft bid from Bradley. Doesn't convert.
Yeah, I imagine these guys are going to drop a couple shots here to Bo and Clayton.
Get it. Huge putt from Logan to make it a bogey and not a double. How big is that?
What a champion.
Yeah, throwing a laser on it. Great putt by Logan.
Yeah, I expect big things from him in the future.
Unfazed. Clayton continues to put him down. Bo to follow suit, and he does not. The baskets haven't been kind to him lately.
No, he certainly had his chances on the putting green to keep pace with Clayton, who I'm sure he's wishing it was a 2-round tournament right now.
Yeah.
Got a sizable lead on the lead card. No, I'm not sure what the chase card is putting together this round, but he's got a chance to pull away.
Yeah, there's a couple Oklahoma staples on the chase card that probably playing some good golf. Coda Hatfield, one for sure, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a number of guys out there that are going to be in the mix for Sunday.
17. If there's one you want to get on this course, it's 17.
Yeah.
256. Not much in the way for a righty backhand. Showing how it's done. Yep. If you slip by that tree, you're within the circle. And a putt that most of these pros should make. Oh, not as close as he wants to be. You can see he's a little discouraged about that, but he should be able to convert.
Yeah, a little old school distance here, but we got these guys throwing the new school discs, so throwing little chip shots at it.
Bradley giving it a bid right there. Barely slipping by the basket. Logan also giving it looked like a bid. A little short. He'll have a putt though. See if he can bang another one.
For the star frame.
Get it. Back to back nice putts from outside the circle for Logan. Just not backing down. It's good resolve from the young guy.
Absolutely. Keeping himself in the tournament. 19 holes to play.
A lot can happen. This is golf, people. Yep. Our leader continuing to push. Bradley for the star frame. I believe he's putting with P2s. Up and in. That's really how 17 needs to be played. If you're on a lead card or a chase card or
Any card.
signing yourself up for Men's Pro Open, you need to get that one. What about this one, Matt?
Hole 18. Another great finishing hole out here. Um, 465 feet is the distance, so you'll see most of the top pros being able to get close on this one, and it's a good opportunity to separate at the end by another stroke. Picking up a 2 here.
It's pretty much the full treatment from these guys. Looks like it was flexing back a little bit, but just tugged slightly from Clayton.
Yeah, a little gap to concern yourself with off the tee here, but for most of your top pros, they're thinking more about this last tree right here.
Nice shot from Bo.
Getting inside of it.
Yeah, leave himself about 40 feet. A few taps of the whale sack, and Bradley's about to rip one.
Yeah, he over torqued it a little bit there.
Oh man, if it had had the height, I think it had the distance, but just kind of fell out.
Yeah, he almost got it there, about 10 feet off the ground, which that's impressive.
Logan busting on a Raider. Looks like he's also a little short of pin high and right. That's exactly what Clayton wanted to do. If nobody hits this putt, he's looking at a nice lead going in. Low ceiling from Bradley. Last thing you want to do is hit and leave yourself 24 short. He plays it nicely though.
Yeah, good effort there from Bradley.
That'd have been big to get one on Clayton coming in. That's all right. Bo knows the course as well. I'm sure he'll be making a move there round 3. Bradley off the side, not the way you want to finish. Yeah. Logan throws that putt so hard. Fearless young guys.
Absolutely fearless. You got to be fearless being a spin putter.
No, Bo.
As Bo backs off a little bit on that one. And
uncharacteristic.
yeah, that happened a couple times this round. Hopefully you can make the correction going into Sunday. As we have Clayton just walking away with it. Super comfortable round for him.
Yeah, awesome watch with you, Matt. Fun to be here.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining Luke and I here at the GK Production Studios. And here we got Coda, Randy getting within 3 of Clayton off the chase card, as well as Taylor Sears and Lauren Lewis. Looks like they're going to be in the hunt going into tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have a couple different characters on the lead card.
As well as a plethora of locals and touring pros that are going to be looking to jump in that top 5 tomorrow. So
yeah, once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Millennium Discs, Infinite Discs, the Next Generation Tour, Birdie Fuel,
and Infinite Discs, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.